All right, lesson 3: coordinated receipts of shipments. Lesson: describe the procedure that contained with the receipt of the consignment of the lesson with the discuss of the three tasks, determine the consignment of the reaction reception capability in terms of the daily installation status report, ensure cargo reception capability, determine the neighborhood learning objective of the lesson, and define procedure for the coordinating with the reception capability, consignment with the receipt of the self-study environment and materials within the subcourse, and according with the materials provided with the subcourse are the references cited below. Lessons containing the procedure for determining consignment of the reception capability of the DIRSR, the extreme of the cargo reception capability of the terminals. Alright, as a destination MCT with a member of the you may review the movement program to determine the commodity with the volume of the cargo to be transported, if the consignment with the show that you can effectively and you may have required to make special provision for the cargo movement. You must also determine the special nature of the cargo, whether any of the special handling is required. The part describe the procedure to determine the reception capability of the consignor. Verify the consignment that has the personal with the equipment with the capability to receive the shipment the most coordinated with the requirements, ensure the movement that is not except for the installation capability, unload with clear cargo personnel from the loading area. The factors influence the activity of the cargo handling capabilities, available labor, quantity of the time on the shipment, the quantity of the variety of the MHT, the installation facilities. There are two publications designed to give you information, detail, installation capacity. The publications are Facility Service Guide, the Installation Capacity Guide, Facility Service Guide with the Figure 3.1 published in the Theater Army Materiel Movement Command Agency. The purpose of the guide was to provide the information to all the shippers in local MCT with the move, the guidance of the maintaining the current and through the proper prompt update to the ITO MCT through the Theater Army Movement Command Area or the MCC channels. Alright, 3.2, procedure for determining consignment with the reception capability continued. Facility service, and show the sample of the page, facility and service guide. The following guide list for the following information: each of the facility location, type of supply, handle list for the service class, the MCT servicing installation, location for the code design, designator, telephone number, teletype, radio address, the move, the ad available to say service if the perform appropriate and special notes. Installation capacity report with a higher echelon, determine the flow of the supply that can be shipped out and on, into and out of the installation, prevent overloading installation, adjusting tonnage amount of the various mode of the transportation, report of the installation upon the activation, report of the permanent change that occur. MCT submit for the new report with the Theater Army Material Movement Command Agency. The report is a compilation of the facility service guide with the installation capacity reports, include the type of the information, installation information, including name of the consignor and code, with the location of the map of the coordinates, referencing the name, number, distributed national routes, main supply routes, distance between the readily identifiable location, telephone number, teletype, the exchange with the call sign with the Army, Air Force, Post Office address, type of the installation, service class, the summary shipping, receiving the facility for the cargo and passenger installation storage area covered in opening heavy lift capability, class A and B exposed for the handling capabilities, average personnel available for load handling, available facility things received with the cargo containers. Installation capacity report, continued remarks, information concerning the capability of limitation influencing receipt of the shipment, enclosures such as the installation map, the vicinity showing the road nets, the rail line sidings, per dock, loading platforms, warehouse, air terminal facilities. Determining installation limitations, determining the reception and capability of the installation, you must consider the weakest link with the cargo handling operation. Examine the aspect of the installation, determine the reception capability, weakness, rail location capacity, location from the railhead, the distance of the installation, rail car capacity for the team tracks, the warehouse track with the railway car capacity, rail car storage tracks, toll, rail car capacity, terminal track capacity, rail car capacity, team tracks, rail car capacity, freight house tracks, rail car capacity classification tracks, rail car capacity, storage trains, toll track capacities, highway location facilities, location truck head installation, road conditions, type of the road installation, loading and unloading platforms, how many construction and condition, height and truck and trailer capacity, airfield location capacity, location number, map coordinates, distance direction for the installation number, the capacity direction for the runways, area of the square feet, and the surface condition for the ramp areas, service facility, refueling, maintenance, terminal facility, building, feeding of the process passenger, the road net within the installation storage area with the square feet open and covered, the type of the capability for the cargo to handle. Water facility location of the water terminal, distance, the installation number, the pier, the length, the width, the condition, depth of the water, the type of the capabilities for the cargo handling equipment, storage areas, and warehouses. 3.3, the DISR, the regulations for the shipping and installation of the furnace for the daily with the reports concerning the current status, all mode of the transportation, so for the MCT, DISR is a generic name applied with the reports covering all mode of the transportation. The MCT DIRSR, you for the MCT member that must be concerned with the DISR, you for the recorded military trailer status data, MCT, you for the DISR with the monitoring, spot loading, planning, pulling, transportation, asset, delivery, cargo. DSI proceed with the DSI proceed with the complete with the MCT port with the consolidated reports with the transportation mode operation selection mode operational section with the report with the determine the set with the MHET with the MHE the gauge how the polling units are doing the theater army movement command agency that develops the reporting time of the frame with the shipping with the receiving items and receiving installation failure installation prepare with the DISR AIW theater army movement command agency time frame may give the false impression what happening with their location. Also, the theater army movement command agency time frames coordinate with your mode operators. Alright, 3-4, ensuring the cargo reception capability of the terminal. Terminal is a facility regardless of the type of the complexity of the cargo, the personnel are loaded, unloaded to handle the transit, and they become the element within the very mode of the transportation. Terminals are established the origin and destination of the cargo being paired with an intermediate transfer point. The overall effectiveness of the consignment depends on the and on the efficiency of the support boarding terminal with the connection line links of the transportation transport net terminals natural bottlenecks. Army classification terminal operation using two broad categories. The water terminals conduct with the established ports with the beach sites unimproved facilities. Inland terminals located with the inland with the water. They include facilities such as air truck terminals, trailer transfer points, rail yards, inland water temperature for the terminals provided by the expected transship cargo personnel. Alright, your fixed facility port terminal. Fixed facility port terminal is a preferred terminal with the water transportation because they normally have the high cargo put through capability. Cargo capability terminals exhibit developing shoreside installation various side of the main contain deep water complexity come equipped with short servo wharves, anchor area with shore-based crane with dry docking facilities, cargo shed, sorting or storage area with the rail siding, and so on. For the terminal's cargo is normally stored away with the terminal clearance of the load directly on the ship that transfers onward movement. The unimproved water terminals. Unimproved water terminal is a site non-specifically designed for the cargo. The discharge of the terminals are normally established with a fixed port water terminals unavailable to increase throughout the meet of the increase the requirements of the characteristics of unimproved water terminals. Insufficient water depth, lack of the MEH, insufficient berthing space that accommodated deep draft cargo vessels. Alright, your bare beach terminals. Bare beach terminals operate with the supplement of the plate for the port of the terminal operate with existing port capabilities, insufficient support theater tonnage, the requirement of the existing port to destroy the enemy to prevent use of the basic type of the bare beach terminal operation logistics over the shore with the lots operation logistics over the shore operation transit transship of the troops with the supply of the equipment the beach for the inland transportation mode. Logistics over the shore operations by the conduct of the ship to shore or from shore to shore. Logistics over the shore operations are normally instituted to establish terminal support with the port's facility non-existent, replace the tonnage capacity terminal made unattainable to any action, supplement, increase the tonnage capability of existing terminals, relieve the congested LOC, reduce the land transportation required to support the combat forces, support the land forces, following amphibious operation or shore-to-shore operation. Air terminals, allocated Air Force support Army aviation units principle to provide air transportation within the theater. Army air transports extend the ALOC, Allied Human Host Nation. Air Force may designate a portion of the airlift capability of the intra-theater movement of the U.S. personnel cargo and support theater missions. Intra-theater airlift forces. Intra-theater airlift forces made a division wing squadron depending upon the joint force object for the assigned mission, the threat of the geographical area of operation. Intra-theater airlift force of the unified command with the Joint Transportation Board recommends the allocation available of the CSS airlift, the ASF, the distributed to the best support with the theater mission. Military airlift force performs logistics mission with support of airborne operation, aerial resupply, military operation, resupply, evacuation, seconds wounded. The airlift requirements will include the movement of the program's long-range planning with process. They are always allowing transporters, airlifters, forces to plan ahead. Air Force terminals, if you are assigned to the Army Air Terminal, the MCT, ATMCT, are usually located within the Air Force terminal under the direct control of the movement control agency. Your mission is to eliminate the delay in onward movement of the Army personnel with the material. You also serve the liaison for the Air Force so at the terminal. You may require to coordinate with the host nation performing reception onward movement, focusing on the APODs that operate with the host nation agency. Your motor transit terminals are normally located both ends of the motor transit line haul operation form with the connection link between the local haul to the line haul. They are located with the intermediate points along with the line haul for out with the terminating conditions necessity of the train with the type of the career. Transportation terminals transfer elements provided by the cargo handling service. The motor transportation terminal all function under the operation control of the senior motor transportation commander. Division support commander personnel are responsible for the cargo transport and forward motor transport terminal division area. Your rail terminals are included with the yard track, the prepared servicing facility, combination of the train crew, yard rail railheads. Railheads are a small yard terminal on or at the fore end of the military railway with the troops and supply with equipment to transport into other transportation mode with the further forward movement. They are located at origination terminal points with the train operation at sites making the limits of the rail operation division, while exemption of the senior railway commander control of the transportation terminal transfer elements of performing tranship operation with the theater rail terminals. Exemption is from the transportation command control of the terminal transfer terminating railheads at the TA. Transportation Terminal Brigade. The Transportation Terminal Brigade headquarters provide the control of the circumstances to prevent adequate supervision of the coordinated with the thermal operation by one of the terminal group. The Transportation Terminal Brigade is not normally activated unless the size of the complexity terminal operation becomes necessary. The Transportation Terminal Brigade provides its units for water terminal operations with command, supervision, staff planning. All right, then you got your lesson 3. Questions and answers, and then we'll go on to lesson 4, highway use and scheduling regulation.